So today we're going to start making your very first sticker. One thing to know about stickers is it's really like a presence absence thing. So we're going to have a sheet of vinyl and the cutter will actually cut out the parts that we remove. If you feel it, you can feel where there's stickers and then where there's not sticker, and you'll use transfer tape to move this onto something like your water bottle or your bike to put it on. That being said, the part that's missing can't be white. It actually has to be transparent or not there. So today I'm going to teach you how to do some basic curves on Inkscape and how to remove that. So type in INK. Yes, you have to search for it on your computer. Inkscape is a program that's not on the internet. And so today I'll show you how to get your sticker here, how to draw over it, and how to make a Bezier curve. So we're all going to start with the Target logo. Target is an easy one to start with, even though it is full circles. So Windows Shift S to screenshot. Go ahead. The reason why we're starting with Target is because Control V to paste it is because we need to create the vector path, and then we're going to remove this white portion. We're not going to make it white, we're just going to remove it, and that's somewhat difficult, but I'll show you now. If you haven't used Inkscape before, Control and mouse wheel gets you zooming in and out. You can actually see that this is a raster image, right? These are pixels. We're going to trace a path over it. And then Shift wheel goes left and right, and then nothing wheel goes up and down. So you're going to use this when you're zoomed way in, when you're doing a more complicated sticker design. So over here on the left, this is the select tool. This helps you select things. This is the node tool, which we will use once we make our path. The first thing I'm going to do is Control Shift L to let's add a new layer. So we're going to add this above current. And so layer 1 actually has the Target logo on there. We're going to click lock. And if you click the eye, you can turn it on and off. That way we're not accidentally drawing on the Target logo. So we're actually going to draw here on layer 2. If you start drawing and nothing happens and you're confused why, that's because we locked layer 1. So let's go on to layer 2 and do the blue Bezier curve like I showed you a second ago. But today we're going to use the Bezier curve. That's this blue pen tool. You have straight lines and you have B-spline. B-spline is really good for complicated shapes, but the regular Bezier path is actually really quite good as well. So we're going to just do 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, no, 5. So 5, and you're like, Mr. Barton, that's not right. Control, Shift, F will get you your fill and stroke menu right here. And you can go ahead on the fill, just hit X, it'll take out the fill. And on the stroke, let's give it a black line. So the stroke is the actual path that we drew, and the fill is how it gets filled on the inside. Now at this point in time, I realized I forgot something. I'm actually going to delete this. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Control Shift F gets us our fill and stroke menu. So no fill and a basic stroke for now. Let's go over here to the node, edit node by path. And what we're going to do is click on the middle of it and drag it out so that it matches as good as you can. Click on the middle, drag it out so it matches. Middle, drag it out. Now you can do this as carefully as you want. You can also find, like if you click on here, you can get these to match it. The more dots you add, the more complex your shape can be. So let's just clean that up a tiny bit there. And now we have our basic circle. So I am going to now go ahead and add a fill. And remember, because it cuts, I typically just choose black. It shows me what and where it is. So let's go ahead and this one right down here, we'll make it black. But because now I can't see the rest of my design, I'm going to go back and change the opacity down to like 20, 25, 30. And then when I'm done, I'm going to bring that all the way back up. But I keep it down here so I can do my next trace. Okay, back to Bezier curve. Let's do this inner line. Same thing like before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this, it actually copied our previous one. So let's go ahead and turn off the fill. And the stroke's fine. Let's just change these paths here to make sure they match. If they're not matching perfectly, then click on the node there. Just change the angles of the curves a little bit. They're based off of how you originally clicked. If you're finding it really hard to match it, just do your best. There you go. There you go. Now I'm gonna make this one white because this will be. So let's go to fill. Let's make it white, which is right down there. Boom. And I can turn its opacity up if you want. Click my select tool, grab this one, turn the opacity. So now I have my black and my white. And let's do our final one here. Turn down the opacity. And our last one, Bezier curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Node tool, drag it out, drag it out, drag it out, drag it out. Now they're not perfect, but this is where you can spend a little bit more time. That was a control wheel to zoom in, really important. You'll be able to spend more time on your work than I am right now. Let's go ahead and now using our fill stroke, Control Shift F to get our fill menu up. The fill on this one, we're going to make the inside of it black, turn up its opacity to full. We're going to make the select tool of this one is going to be white, opacity all the way up, and our outermost one is going to be black, and turn the opacity all the way up. Now, great. At first glance, you're like, oh, I'm done. But this is how we test. We're going to go grab a square out. We're going to then change its color to green. And if you hit PGDN right here, you can drop it all the way to the bottom, and you'll see right away that the select tool, that is not actually, like here on this panda, there's actually nothing there, but here on this target logo, clearly that white is there. When you go to cut it out, the cutter will actually just cut the outside circle, and all you'll get is a circle. So we needed to cut that one, and this inner one, and the smallest one, which means that we have to make that white transparent. Once we have the select tool, we click on the large circle, shift, click on the inner circle, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go to path difference, and this will subtract the inner circle from the outer circle. Boom. And now if we do click on the outer one, click on the inner one, and we do object group, then it makes them both the same. Look at that. So now you can prove to me that your shape, your design, your logo actually does have a presence and an absence. So when I throw that onto the vinyl cutter, it will make a cut on the outside, the inside here, and the outside of the center circle. Then you'll put on transfer tape and you can transfer it onto whatever you want. So once you've successfully made this and you have the colored, basically take a screenshot of this to show me that it works. From there, then you can go do the Fox Racing logo, Tapping Underground, whatever logo has some stuff and then has things removed, and then you can upload it using the sticker.